Hi, how are you doing today, my friend? Welcome back to Two Wheels Paradise. My name as usual is Meshak, and here we discuss motorcycles. Motorcycle traveling, that is adventure. Which motorcycles to buy for whatever reason, yeah. Behaviors in motorcycling that make your life risky. Behaviors to avoid, the kinds of bikers to avoid, yeah. The kind of bike maintenance to adapt, a lot of things that make you a better motorcyclist. Here I am. Today, I have a very hilarious story. I have just decided to tell you a story about my most memorable motorcycle incident, something I do not think I'll ever forget, because it is not only kind of painful, because of course it was painful, it was also very hilarious. It was funny. A very funny motorcycle accident. Have you subscribed to the channel? Hit that button down here, because the more you people come, the more I'll get energy to continue doing what I'm doing, because I'm doing this all for you. So if you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, I really appreciate the time you take to watch my videos. I really do. But please give me that gift. Subscribe to this channel. Let us become a family. I believe 1, 2, 3 videos down the line, you will learn something that can make you a better biker. Or you will learn something that can keep you safe for another 1 year on the road, if you are already a motorcyclist. And if you are aspiring to become a biker, I have a lot of things for you. Beginner bikers, beginner gear, training, behaviors to avoid, which motorcycle brands you should avoid as a beginner, which motorcycle capacity you should try and engage as a beginner. So many videos down here. There are already over 300 videos in this channel so far. So I do believe if you find time to watch them, you're going to learn a lot. Trust me, you're going to learn a lot. So take a second, hit the subscribe button, and also remember the bell icon for notification. It is very important. Don't forget that one, because you need to be notified every time I upload a video to this channel. You need to get a notification that something nice has just landed, and maybe it is the only thing you needed for you to change the way you ride your motorcycle. Are we in agreement? Thank you so much for those who have done that. Thank you for patience, and also thank you for obedience. Let's get down to business of today. Back in 2019, I was riding a yellow, orange stroke yellow Charisma Zmar 223cc. And at some point, my friends on the internet started calling me Charisma in Chief, because all the stories I was telling about Charisma Zmar changed the way people viewed that bike. To tell you the truth, when I bought that motorcycle, it was very difficult for you to even post it on sale, or even post a photo of it from a ride you did. For those people who owned a Charisma Zmar before 2019, you can bear me witness. It was very difficult for you to even talk about Zmar, because it was the most hated motorcycle. The most hated motorcycle on our Kenyan biker circles. They were not very many. They were viewed to be kind of looking funny, very low in performance, vibrations are just horrible. They just had a history of being horrible. But when I came in, and it was early 2019, I believe, early 2019, when I came in and bought a Charisma, I started touring the country. From Nairobi to Mombasa, from Nairobi to Kisumu, to Siaya, all the way to Eldoret, Nanyuki, Isiolo. I was doing almost all directions. And within 1 year, I had done over 40,000 kilometers, which was a lot. But those days life was good because fuel was not so expensive. I believe we were paying around 98 to around 103, somewhere around there. So Charisma doesn't consume a lot of fuel. I had a lot of time to actually tour the country, and that is where my whole adventure life started. Before that, I had some few other bikes, but not very popular. Not very popular. I was just riding undercover, that is undercover. Yeah, just 150 cc's, they were not very popular. So now, there is this day, I'm coming from somewhere around 5th Avenue, Gong Road, yeah, 5th Avenue. And I decided to use the back road, the Valley Road. I'm coming down Integrity Center and just maneuvering around those junctions. I'm approaching the roundabout that joins Kenyatta Avenue and Uhuru Highway. That was before the expressway, of course. So Uhuru Highway was just a dual carriage, I believe. Yeah, it was just a dual carriage. And there is that roundabout that comes from Community, Integrity Center, all those junctions, brings people to Uhuru Highway. There is the people coming from the CBD. There is the dual carriage. Kenyatta Avenue, of course, is also another dual carriage. There is the dual carriageway that takes people to the CBD, and there is the one that takes people out from the CBD to Uhuru Highway, to Community, to Waiyaki Way, to all those directions. So now I get to the roundabout, the side of Integrity Center. I'm coming from Integrity Center, so now I'm on the Valley Road at the traffic stop. And there is a police officer. All the junctions actually were manned. The roundabout has a couple of junctions. All of them were manned by police officers. So now I get here, and there is a pileup. Vehicles, bodas, everybody, including myself, I'm just in the middle of them. The traffic police officer has stopped because the other sides have been opened and now we are at stop. So now when it came time for us to move, I was heading to NTSA offices around Likoni Road. Yeah, there's somewhere industrial area around Likoni Road. I was going there to update something on my driver's license. I think there was an issue with my driver's license somewhere. I was going to NTSA offices. I remember it was around 12 noon. So now here we are. Of course, when the Kalau waved us to go because the other junctions have now been closed, it's now our time to go. Those people who are going up Waiyaki Way should now start moving. Those people who are going to the CBD, you just go to the CBD. Those people who are taking the roundabout and then Nyorosha all the way to Uhuru Highway, you do that. I was one of those people who are supposed to go down Uhuru Highway. So I'm taking from that junction, I avoid the CBD, straight up, the junction that feeds Uhuru Highway from the CBD, Kenyatta Avenue now. So dual carriage. One coming in, one coming out. I think there were 3 lanes. The innermost lane doesn't have a lot of options. When you get to the roundabout, you can only move up because it's quite squeezed. The second lane, yeah, has some options. You can go to Community if you want to. You can do that. The third lane only has one option. Only one. Coming from CBD, you can only go to Uhuru Highway towards Mombasa Road. There is no way you're going to take the roundabout to Community or to Waiyaki Way up. No way. Unless you want to commit a crime. And there is a traffic officer now who has stopped this side. Going to the CBD is flowing. Coming from the CBD has been stopped. Because now from the side of Community, there is the movement. So now I'm here with my Charisma and around 100 boda guys, some vehicles. So it's chaotic because we took a lot of time there. I believe we took more than 10 minutes at stop. So we were so many of us, a bunch of us. And you know the boda chaos in the CBD, a lot of music, a lot of honking, and a lot of stuff. So now I'm here because I have a bigger bike than them. I'm trying my best to just stay far away from them. And I happened to be the first one. When the traffic officer waved us to move, I was on Just about to shoot, I started moving. So now I have crossed the side that goes to the CBD. I'm not going to the CBD. I'm now taking the roundabout to straight up Uhuru Highway. The side of the CBD, coming from the CBD, the center lane, a guy in a silver Toyota Belter, it was a taxi guy. He is in the middle lane because he is going to the community, Upper Hill somewhere there. So he has maintained the center lane because he will just go through the roundabout and then straight. The third lane doesn't have anybody. It's quite empty. So this guy decides, because the police officer is just standing in front of me, a few meters from the bonnet, he will sneak and change lane silently, go to the third lane that is supposed to go through to Mombasa Road, but he will take the roundabout with that lane, of which it is very, very long, because when you get to the roundabout, there is no lane. From this lane, there is no lane in the roundabout. There is no lane even in the exit. So this guy decides he will take the roundabout wide. And remember, Meshach here in a Charisma, and some 100 other people on motorcycles behind him are coming. Mshare, tumekuja. So now I get here and I just saw Toyota Belter change lane and cross in front of me. I do not know how long it took, because trying to slow the Charisma to zero to avoid hitting that vehicle T-bone, I think it took me like 2 years. In my head, it took me like 2 years to slow that bike. There is nothing more dangerous than someone interfering with your calculations, especially when you already feel unsafe in the environment where you are. You have like 100 boda guys here making a lot of noise with exhaust, honking, others just pushing you, wait, brother. You see, now it's already chaotic. And then when you get a chance to go, someone else interferes with your calculations. I don't know how long it took me to throw that bike. What was hilarious is, in a flash of a second, I found myself rolling down. The bike has taken a different direction. I have taken a different direction. And where I'm heading to where the police officer is standing. Trust me, he never saw me coming. I do believe he never saw me coming, because when I stopped rolling, I looked up and the traffic police officer was just like 2 inches. The boots and my helmet are just like 2 inches apart. I think at some point when he realized someone is rolling down and coming to his direction, he panicked and froze. He froze. He didn't even move. Luckily, I didn't hit him, but it was hilarious. How the heck did you get to this point where now the traffic officer is just standing like 2 inches from you? Which direction were you going? Because when I stood up, he asked me that question. Which direction did you come from and which direction were you moving? So I'm standing here, I'm trying to figure out, nilikuwa nimetoka wapi kwanza? Nilikuwa nimetoka wapi? Where was I coming from? And then some boda guy, because of course people stopped. There is an accident in the middle of a roundabout, everybody has stopped. Boda guy is telling me, "We brother, ulikuwa umetoka hivyo?" Nilikuwa nimetoka. Oh, okay, I remember. But now, what happened to get here? Then I'm looking around to just see the suspect, because I believe there must be something wrong. I see a Toyota Belter in the middle of a roundabout, and it has stopped. So of course I know this guy must be part of this whole scandal. Yes, I remember. Yes, he crossed in front of me. You know how long it takes you to comprehend what is going on when you get into an accident? Look at this. 1 minute, people are pushing you. Be fast, let's move. It's our time to go and we are in a hurry. We have been here for so long, let's move. And then the next minute, someone is reminding you which direction you came from. Have you ever been to a motorcycle accident? Have you ever been to a motorcycle accident? Because I do believe airplanes get into accidents, vehicles, cruise ships and fighter jets, everything gets into accidents, including buildings collapsing. But there is one very special thing about motorcycle accidents, especially when you don't get injured. When you don't get injured. There is always that few minutes you wake up looking like you just came from a grave. Or maybe you have been in a coma for like 2 years. You cannot even remember what was going on. And someone has to literally remind you, hey, you were coming from this direction. This person crossed and then this happened. Oh, okay, I remember. The last thing I saw was, that was in July 2019. July 2019. I had been riding that bike for almost 1 year since I had gotten it. And I cannot really tell what happened. The beauty about that story and what made me just let that guy go is that my bike never broke anything. I never got hurt, although my jacket got some bruises on the elbows, of course, the riding jacket. Actually, I was wearing a leather jacket. I looked at it and I was like, I'm not even very lucky. The person who is very lucky here is this driver. Because if I was unable to drop that bike before hitting him, I could have killed him. You see, when something is coming straight to your driver's side and you're just seated there, you need to be very afraid. Because imagine someone is coming 70 kilometers an hour, the bike is around 160 kilos, the rider is around 80 kilos. So we are talking about 240, 230 something kgs of moving object coming straight to your door. And of course, you know the taxi guys, the window is down, the elbow is up. Some of these shenanigans that people do. I just looked at the guy and told him, you are very lucky. I didn't hit you. You are very, very lucky I didn't hit you. Then the police officer was asking like, what do we do with him now? Because this is not actually act of negligence. This is just criminal. Because the traffic cop could remember this guy was just behind me right now. How comes he is there already into an accident? This is not even an act of negligence. Maybe if you are coming and then you ran a red light, you did not stop at a junction, those are acts of negligence. But this is a person who was already at stop, zero stop. Then decides he's quite wise. He can sneak in between moving traffic, opposite direction. That was one of the accidents that made me rethink the way I deal with traffic. Slow traffic, fast traffic, whenever I'm in the city or any urban area that is crowded, I always try not to be in front. I don't want to be the first person there. Because by the time this cop signals the other one, open your side, there is someone here with some criminal mind thinking about what to do. But that was hilarious. That was hilarious. What is your motorcycle story? Can you let me hear it? Do you think you have a story and maybe you don't have an avenue of telling it? You can call me. I can come. We'll sit down and talk about it. We can record it and then share it with the world. It helps us overcome all the trauma and all all the pain of getting into accidents. It helps us overcome all these shenanigans that come with getting into accidents. I have been into other accidents before then, and after then I got another one, of which that one was a major accident. But God has been gracious enough to let me see this day. In September of this year, actually I celebrated 4 solid calendars, 4 years without getting into any motorcycle accident. Minor, major, nothing. 4 years. And in those 4 years, I have done over 100,000 kilometers. Since the last accident and September when I was celebrating 4 years. What more can you look for? 4 years of riding without dropping your bike, without feeling any pain because of accident, without repairing anything because you dropped your bike. That is the grace of God. What is your story? Subscribe to the channel and talk to me. If you want me to come to your place and record it, I will come. For those recovering bikers, our recovering warriors, those people who have had accidents and now they are on their recovery journey, or maybe you already recovered and went back to biking, or maybe you recovered but never went back to biking because of some reasons. Do you feel confident telling the world your story? You can call me, talk to me. I'm putting my phone numbers just right here for that purpose. You can call me. Let's come and share this story. And not only sharing, I want you to remember that I am a trained counselor. So sharing that story with me will also help you overcome whatever it is that is left in your head. Because it is also going to be a therapy session and a story session. God bless you and keep you safe. I love you and I value you. For those people who are watching my videos and you have not subscribed, please give me that gift. I want to see how many people I am addressing. I want to be very sure that all my friends are in this. Whenever I say something, all my friends are listening to it. Because I'm not just here. I have an agenda. And one of the agendas is to make you a better biker. God bless you and keep you. See you around. See you next time.